Hi everyone, this is my blog post for week 7 assignment. Today I'm responding to a situation involving Morgan and Irina, two paraprofessionals whose communication styles are unintentionally causing tension in the classroom. In this video, I'll talk about how context, emotion, and active listening shape relationship dynamics. I'll also explain practical strategies both women can use to express emotions more effectively and listen more intentionally. Finally, I'll close with a call to action that encourages reflection on how our communication choices influence our relationships at work. The first issue at play is context. This includes our backgrounds, personalities, worldviews, and cultural norms. According to McCormick and Morrison, 2022, meaning is always filtered through personal and cultural context, which explains why the same message can feel completely different to different people. For Morgan, directness communicates clarity and teamwork. For Irina, who comes from a more harmony-oriented background, direct comments feel abrupt and emotionally unsafe. Neither is wrong. They simply have different communication frameworks that are not meshing well. The understanding this is crucial because context shapes expectations, emotional reactions, and relational comfort. The second issue is emotional processing. Scholars note that emotional interpretation is deeply personal and impacts both how we speak and how we hear others. Credit to Lopes, 2011. Morgan didn't intend to express frustration, but Irina felt criticized. Irina didn't intend to withdraw, but Morgan interpreted her silence as uncooperative. Both women are experiencing unspoken emotional reactions, and these reactions are guiding their behaviors far more than the original comment did. A strategy that can help here is emotional coaching, naming emotions before speaking or responding. For example, Morgan might say something along the lines of this: I felt worried about falling behind schedule. I'm not upset with you. And Irina could have said something along these lines: I felt caught off guard by the wording and I needed time to process. Naming emotions reduces misunderstandings and increases relational clarity. The third issue at hand, and maybe the most important, is listening. Active listening requires more than simply hearing the words. It involves intention, empathy, and verbal affirmation. Research shows that active listening improves trust, reduces conflict, and increases relational satisfaction. This is Weger, 2014. If Morgan pauses to ask Irina's perspective, and if Irina feels safe enough to explain her feelings, misunderstandings become opportunities for connection rather than division. Effective listening strategies include making eye contact, asking clarifying questions, validating someone's emotions before offering solutions, and reflecting back on what you heard. Some recommendations on what they should do are the following, and both women can implement these for better communication. Hold a brief conversation reset, calmly acknowledging the tension and expressing willingness to understand each other. Using I statements when discussing the issue. This reduces defensiveness and allows both sides to express emotions clearly. Establish shared communication preferences. For example, should feedback be given in the moment or after class? Should comments be phrased directly or with more soft language? Practice active listening. One speaks, the other summarizes what they heard, and then they can switch roles. And reaffirm shared goals. Both want the students to thrive, therefore they need to return to their common purpose to strengthen their cooperation. To wrap up the situation between Morgan and Irina highlights how easily relationships can be affected when context, emotion, and listening are overlooked. By understanding each other's communication styles, expressing emotions clearly, and practicing active listening, they can rebuild trust and work more effectively as a team. My call to action is this: reflect on your own communication defaults. Are they supporting or straining your relationship? Small shifts in awareness can lead to big improvements in connection, understanding, and collaboration. Thank you for watching.